Welcome to Some Guy's Garage. Today we're going to take a look at the DCW600 compact trim router. This is a 20 volt router with a 1/4 inch collet that is used for lighter duty routing. So not something you'd be doing a whole ton of woodworking with, but things like trim and simple roundovers or chamfers. This is kind of the perfect little size to quickly route those out. I have it here today with just the fixed base. So they do also make a plunge base where you can drop the router down into the wood, but this is the little bit less expensive one that only comes with the fixed base. And as mentioned, these are 20 volt powered. So you can take any old standard 20 volt battery, pop it all in the top, and it does make it a little bigger, a little heavier in that sense, but still compact and small enough to hold with a single hand here. Let's first take a look at some of the features it has on it, and then we'll throw the battery back on and try routing some wood with it. So first up, it does have variable speeds, so you can go from 7 all the way down to 1 here, and that controls how fast it runs. The switch is on the side here. It is dust protected with a rubber cover, so you won't get any dust in it, but fairly easy to access there. And then taking a look at the base here, we can see the collet. There's a 1/4 inch collet down here, and there is a lock for it as well. So this button on the side here will lock the collet, so when you're tightening it with a wrench, which it does come with, I'll show you in a minute, when you're tightening that, it will hold the collet in place as you tighten it down. Then moving on to the side, here's the latch to release it so you can make adjustments to the height, and that's done by turning this dial here. There is a scale you can see here and a little pointer, so if you want to make precise adjustments, that's a 1/16 there, an 1/8 there, and so on. You can make precise adjustments to a scale, or you can always measure with the base directly with whatever you're routing and the bit itself. And once you do that, locks it back down so nothing moves. But with that off, there is also a couple releases on the side here so you can slide the motor out. So if you were using this with the plunge base and switching back and forth from the fixed base, easy to remove it without having to screw the thing all the way down and all the way back on each tool. And that just slides back down in the base and clips on the little lip here. And lock it back in and you're good to go again. So overall, typical Dewalt adjustment system, pretty easy to work with and quick to just get this router set up for doing simple trim routing or anything like that. And just before we get started with cutting here, I wanted to show you a larger Dewalt router. So this is the DW618. So this is a full-size plug-in router and 2¼ horsepower. And as you can see, the heights are very similar, but the width and overall diameter to hold on to these things is much smaller on the trim router, as expected. So using this one hand is fairly easy, whereas this one, you pretty much need to hold on with both grips, and because of how much torque this has, you really do need to hold on with both hands. But just if you wanted to compare sizes there, that's the difference between the little compact trim router, without a battery on it, mind you, and a full-size router. But let's get this thing loaded up with a bit. I have a simple chamfer bit here with a 1/4 inch collet, and we'll get this guy loaded up and show you how this works. So I'm gonna back this off all the way so I can get the bit sticking out and where I can get the wrench on here. Pressing the button here, you'll see that as I tighten down, it'll lock in there. So the button actually pressed the rest of the way down. Once it hits one of those detents, and you can tighten this down fairly snug. You don't have to wrench on it too much, but you want it tight enough that the bit's not gonna slip in the collet. And then once that's done, you can go back and adjust to whatever height you want for your actual cut here. So I'm gonna go right about there, just a simple chamfer that we can do on that and lock that in. So this, once we throw a battery on it, we'll be ready to cut. All right, so I've got a piece of wood clamped to the bench here. This is just a piece of wormy maple, about 1 inch thick, and we'll throw a battery in the tool here. So I'll throw that back in. Speed, we're gonna go kind of midway here. We'll go with a 4. One thing that is interesting with these is there is a brake, so when you do turn it off, it quickly stops. You don't have the bit spinning down. So you can see it's spinning there, and quick, once you're stopped, it turns off immediately. But let's just line this up and give it a go, and I'll show you how this thing routes. So there we go, just as easy as that. We have put a 45-degree chamfer on this board. Threw a bunch of sawdust as expected, but really nice and smooth and a good clean cut. So next up, let's throw a different bit on here and do a different cut. So that was with the chamfer bit. We will grab the wrench here and loosen this bit off. There we go. Pull that out, not too hot. And we'll go with just a standard, I think this is a 3/8 round over bit. So again, we'll throw that in the chuck, grab the wrench if I don't flip it around too much, tighten this down. There we go, as it clicks in. Get that nice and tight. We'll adjust the height again here, and we're gonna go for just under that edge of the cutter. Lock that in, so we're good to go again. And we'll just rotate this board around here a little bit to get another face that we can do another cut on. All right, here we go again with the round over bit. All right, so that time round over bit, I took it all the way around a corner here so we can have a little closer look at that. But you can see nice clean round over there and all the way around through the corner as well. But no problem through this maple, and makes a nice clean cut and plenty of power to actually do that. And like I said, we're only on the kind of midway setting here for speed. So depending on what bit you're using and the RPM you need, you can adjust that. Let me actually show you that here. So as it's running, we're at 4. All the way up to top speed, and then all the way down to load speed here as well. And the brake when it stops. All right, there we have it, all cleaned up, and that is the DCW600 compact trim router in 20 volt from Dewalt. Has been a pretty handy tool for me. I used it while finishing the basement. If you haven't seen that series, check it out. But use this for doing a little bit of the trim routing around certain things where I needed roundovers or stuff like that. Worked out well. And I have used it once for doing hinges on a door. So routing out the spots for the hinges and the strike plates and stuff. And with a straight bit, even freehand, let alone with a jig, worked quite well for that purpose. So handy little tool if you're doing that sort of work, or even just simple woodworking where you need a roundover or a chamfer. It's a great tool for that sort of thing in a compact form factor, and no cords to worry about with the 20 volt batteries. Anyway, if you have any questions about the DCW600, let me know in the comments below. If you aren't already subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you hit that subscribe, ring the bell, do whatever people are supposed to do these days. And as always, thanks for watching.